All right, let's see. Where is everybody? Why does this keep doing that? Um, Okay, this. Well, maybe I'll just try this. All right. So I'll give everybody a minute to get connected to audio. Um, okay. Oh, um, okay, cool. It looks like everybody's connected. So why don't we start to find our way onto our mat? Today's class is being recorded, so you can find that recording afterwards in the on-demand section under live stream recordings. I just have to set my blankets down. I'm not, I got spoiled upstairs in the thick, what is it, on the thick rug. So now I have to like double up my blankets. So anyways, let's find a nice comfortable seated position here. And we're just going to start with our centering in meditation. Just taking this time to allow ourselves to unwind from the day, bring our mind into focus and clarity, and allowing the breath to gently flow in and out of our bodies. Allowing everything to become nice and relaxed here. And with each passing moment, we're starting to feel more and more relaxed. Right, so here let's start to bring some movement back into our bodies. So we're just gonna gently circle our head. You can slowly lift your head back up into the center. And then here we're just going to start to circle our torso, feeling all of those muscles starting to relax and release. And still focusing our mind on our breath, noticing every inhale and every exhale. Nice, gentle, rhythmic movements here. And then we're going to circle the opposite direction. And slowly lifting back up into the center. Let's press the bottoms of our feet together. And from here, we're just going to gently press down on our inner thighs, opening up those hips. Feeling the pelvic floor relaxing. Feeling the hips pressing down into the floor. Slowly lifting up. So from here, we're going to stretch our legs straight in front of us. So I'm going to turn to face vertically on the mat. So we have our legs straight in front of us in this pike position. And we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, reaching our arms up above our head. Nice big stretch, reaching those fingers up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we are slowly folding forward. Our arms are reaching towards our feet. Our chin is tucking inwards towards our chest. We're rounding the back. And again, just taking some nice deep breaths here as we're holding this position. Trying your best to allow the body to relax as much as possible here. So going from head all the way throughout to your toes. Noticing if you're holding any tension anywhere. All right, and from here, we're going to slowly lift back up. So let's flip over onto our hands and knees here. We're going to come into a downwards dog. I'm going to try to do this on my blankets, but I might actually have to ditch them. We'll see how that goes. All right, so taking a moment to connect here. We're feeling the palms of the hands pressing down into the mat. Let's tuck our toes under. So again, we're taking some time to connect here, maybe flexing those core abdominal muscles. Let's hover our knees off of the mat. So we're just gently lifting our knees up into our bear pose. So we're not coming into a full downwards dog yet, just coming into this bear pose so we can find our balance. We have our weight evenly distributed across our hands and our feet. And releasing back down. Taking 3 deep breaths here in our tabletop pose. Sending that breath all over the body. And again, before we lift up, we want to flex those abdominal muscles and taking it nice and slow, starting with our knees lifting off of the mat and then slowly pressing our hips up towards the ceiling, letting the head fall completely relaxed here, nice neutral neck. Finding our downwards dog, feeling that nice full body stretch, feeling our hips reaching actively up towards the ceiling. Maybe pedaling out the legs here a little bit, alternating back and forth. Rolling into the balls of our feet, bending the legs. Moving around however feels good for your body. And keeping our focus on the breath, nice deep breaths, nourishing our bodies. Let's slowly lower our knees and our body back down to the mat, untucking our toes and releasing our hips backwards. Let's come into a brief child's pose here. So we're bowing our head down, our arms are reaching straight in front of us. And we're taking some time here to fully relax, allowing those hips to melt down. Our knees are separated nice and wide. And our body is melting, melting, melting down into the floor. Enjoying this time here. Using that breath, helping your body relax a little bit deeper into this position. All right, let's slowly lift back up. We're coming back in to this tabletop pose. And we're gonna find our low lunge here. So let's send our right leg forward first. We're just gonna come into a low lunge with our back knee resting down into the ground. I'm gonna have both of my hands on the inside of my front foot, but you can have, one hand on either side, framing the front foot if that feels better for your body today. But for me, I like having both of my hands on the inside for today. So let's let the hips melt down. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch in the front and feeling the muscles down the front of the thigh on that left leg stretching out, feeling everything starting to open up. And taking some nice, deep, full breaths here as we hold this position. Let's reach our right arm up towards the sky. So we're coming into a spinal twist here. Our gaze is looking up towards that hand. Nice big reach of the arms here. So we're creating a lot of length within our arms. We're really stretching that right arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to slowly lower our right hand back down to the mat. Taking a few more breaths here in this low lunge position. And from here, we're slowly lifting our hips backwards, flexing that front foot. Nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we are releasing our upper body over that front leg. Enjoying that stretch. And whenever you feel ready here, let's send that right leg backwards. We're just gonna come back into this tabletop pose. So however that works best for your body, we're just making our way to our tabletop pose. Breathing into this position here. From here, we're going to kind of rock our hips side to side. Still keeping that breath flowing through your body. Kind of loosening up those muscles of the lower back in just a nice, gentle way. And let's pause here in the center. So from here, we're gonna send our left foot forward. So we're coming into that low lunge on the opposite side. Again, you can have your hands on either side framing the front foot, or you can bring both of your hands onto the inside of that left foot. So we're finding our lunge, however that feels best for our body tonight. And we're taking this time to really allow our bodies to relax and release into this lunge, really sinking down into this lunge, enjoying this position, making whatever changes or modifications we need to make this a really nice, comfortable position for us. Still want to feel that stretch. You still want to feel the hips opening and releasing down, but we want to keep it enjoyable. Let's lift that left hand up, reaching the left arm up towards the ceiling. Our gaze is looking towards that left hand. And again, here we're emphasizing on creating a lot of length within the arms. So you're really feeling that left arm lifting up and reaching up towards the ceiling, creating length even within the hand and the fingers. Feeling energy shooting out of the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And gently bringing that left hand back down to the mat. And we're letting the hips relax a little bit deeper into this lunge position, breathing into this lunge. And slowly lifting the hips backwards, flexing that front foot. Nice deep breath in. Exhaling, releasing over that front leg. And slowly transitioning back into a position on our hands and knees into this tabletop position. And why don't we take a brief moment here again in our child's pose, just sinking down into the mat, letting the legs relax. Here, however feels best for you, we're going to slowly transition into a supine position on our back. So you can kind of just flip over, or you can do our traditional method of bending the legs and scooching towards the end of the mat, or you can just kind of roll over. That's kind of our theme tonight. Do, whatever, whatever feels good, whatever you want to do. Choose your own adventure style yoga. All right, so we're keeping our legs bent, and we're just going to take a few moments here to allow the muscles of the back to fully relax down. Feeling the bottoms of the feet pressing down into the mat. Let's do a little body scan. The muscles of our face are softening. We're even like feeling the muscles of our scalp relaxing beneath our hair. I know that might be difficult to imagine. With some creative imagery there. Feeling the pressure on the back of our skull as we gently rest our head down into the floor. Feeling our chest gently rising and falling with each breath. Feeling our shoulder blades melting down into the mat. Feeling the backs of our hips pressing down into the mat. So from here, we're going to slowly stretch our legs straight down to the mat. So we're allowing our arms and our legs to rest down into the mat, nice and heavy. Maybe your feet are already starting to roll out. From here, we're going to bend our right leg into our chest. We're bending our right leg in, giving our right leg a hug in towards our chest. Stretching our right leg up towards the ceiling, intertwining our fingers behind our thigh and giving our leg a gentle pull in towards our body. Slowly bending our leg in, opening up our arms out to either side of our body, lifting our right hip up, crossing our right leg over. Slowly lowering our right hip back down towards the mat. Let's give that right leg another hug in towards our chest. From here, we're gonna come in to a half child's, or not half child's pose, a half happy baby pose variation. So we're gonna lift our foot up towards the ceiling, keeping that leg bent. So we have kind of probably not exactly a 90-degree angle, but coming into that, sort of L shape of the leg. And we're gonna open up our hip. So our knee is going out towards that right shoulder. And then we're gonna grab maybe on our thigh, or you can grab on your calf if that feels better, or maybe at your ankle or the outside of your foot if you can reach that. And if this feels way too tight and stretchy for you, you can kind of bring a bend to that left leg, pressing the bottom of the foot down into the mat, or you can keep that leg stretched out straight. You can also grab with both of your hands if that makes you feel like you have a little bit more stability in this position. But I like keeping that left arm relaxed down and just allowing this to be a nice open position. Sending the breath down midline. And if this feels really comfortable, you can even try to stretch that right leg straight out to the side. And this is a good prep for doing these sorts of positions. You're probably never going to do that happy baby pose standing up, but this pose with both legs extended straight is a common variation that we'll do standing up. So this is like a good prep to kind of get your body used to that position before doing it in a standing variation. So let's bend that right leg back in. Let's give our right leg another hug in towards the chest before we slowly start to release it down whenever you feel ready and complete here. So we're going to take a few moments here in this neutral position with both of our legs stretched straight down towards the mat. And from here, we're going to slowly bend our left leg in, giving our left leg a hug in towards our chest. Opening up our arms out to either side of our body. And we're going to lift our left hip up, crossing our left leg over the right for our supine spinal twist. Slowly lowering our left hip down towards the mat, untwisting the spine, giving our left leg another hug in towards our body. From here, we're going to come in to that half happy baby pose variation. So we're lifting our foot up, keeping the leg bent, Opening up our hip, sending our knee out towards that shoulder, and then grabbing on whatever part of our leg feels good. Maybe bending that right leg to reduce the stretch that you're feeling. And if you want, you can try the variation with your leg stretched straight if that feels good to you. Slowly bringing that leg back in, giving our leg a hug. And slowly lowering our left leg back down to the mat. So we're coming in to our final Savasana meditation here. I'm going to have my legs bent today with my knees pressing in, but you can find whatever position feels most comfortable for you today. And from here, we're just allowing our physical body to come into full relaxation. So again, we're going to do a body scan and just making sure we're not holding any tension anywhere in our body. Allowing the shoulder blades to melt down into the mat. Relaxing the muscles of the jaw and allowing the breath to naturally and gently flow in and out of our bodies. Feeling our bodies starting to become heavier under the gentle weight of gravity, almost feeling as if we are melting down into the mat. Allowing the mind to be clear, freeing ourselves from any outside thoughts, allowing ourselves to be present here, this moment. With every exhale, you are falling deeper and deeper into meditation. Whenever you feel ready, you can slowly begin to roll onto your side. Maybe welcoming any movements that feel good to your body in these last few moments of our practice. And at your own pace, slowly rising up into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes gently closed here. Harnessing the peace and relaxation that you are feeling here in this moment, in the afterglow of that yoga practice. And slowly bringing our hands into prayer at the heart center. Really feeling that energy radiating from the inside out. Encapsulating your body, your mind, and your soul in a protective, bright white light. Protecting your peace and protecting your energy. Satnam and namaste. All right, everybody, we made it. Zoom didn't kick us off. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. This should be uploaded. Like I said, Zoom recorded this, so this should be uploaded to the member page, hopefully by the end of tonight. So see you next time.